Guys, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. And in today's video we're going to be going over a fun and effective build for warlocks who still need that sweet anarchy. Before we jump in, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more Destiny 2 content. Now, I call this build Electric Ordinance. The electric comes from the use of Chaos Reach, and the exotic boots the Geomag Stabilizers. These boots elevate Chaos Reach to crazy levels of sustained damage. The ordnance comes from the heavy use of my special grenade launcher and my rocket launcher. I'll get into more detail on the weapons later in the video, but let's start with the armor. So starting off with the helmet, I have a resilience mod, rocket launcher ammo finder, GL ammo finder, and then the blast radius charged with light mod found in the artifact. Now, the finders aren't really necessary, or you could choose one or the other depending on what you're doing or what your preference is. I just have two because I can put two there. This build will allow you to put two of these there, and these will come in handy, but they won't give as much ammo as regular special and heavy drops. You know, like how the ammo finder drops are less than regular heavy and special drops, but it's nice to have in a pinch. Now, moving from the helmet and going to the arms, we have all artifact mods. We have anti-barrier auto, we have unstoppable GL, and then we have Hammer of the Warmind, which is a very good perk. The detonations from Warmind cells you destroy cause disruption, stunning combatants, delaying ability energy regeneration, and lowering combatant damage output. Strong against both Overload and Unstoppable champions. So that means you can essentially have all three of the stunning mechanics: Overload, Unstop, and Barrier. Moving on from that, we have the chest piece. Now on mine, I have a minor intellect mod, concussive dampener, because there are a lot of Vex. Well, there are like what, maybe two or three Vex GMs this season, and just because a lot of enemies have AoE attacks. So a concussive dampener or one of the resist mods would be good. Solar resist would be good because there are some Hive GMs this season, so I wouldn't be opposed to that either. Next we have grenade launcher reserves, which is very helpful for the special GL, because with the special grenade launcher, we're not trying to go for kills on majors and ultras. We're trying to go for the debuff, and I'll get to the debuff later on. And lastly, we have Warmind's Decree. Void splash damage final blows have a chance to create Warmind cells. That's important. Next, we have our Geomag Stabilizers, which, you know, when Chaos Reach super energy is almost full, it tops itself off. Damaging enemies with Chaos Reach extends its duration, we know. On mine, I have a resilience mod, I have a rocket launcher scav mod, a GL scav mod, and then Argent Ordnance. Argent Ordnance is very important because it ups the damage of my Heathen Vengeance considerably. It's noticeable, the damage is noticeable. And then lastly, for my class item, I have Breach and Clear and Global Reach. Breach and Clear is phenomenal. It is a phenomenal perk. The energy cost is 9, and for good reason. When using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or breaking a combatant's shield reloads your stowed weapons and causes the combatant to take increased damage for a short duration. That is so good. So good. If you don't have this perk unlocked on your artifact, I highly recommend you have this perk on and just go nuts with it. And then obviously Global Reach, because we're using Warmind cells for this build. Now, we went through all of the armor. Let's move over to the weapons. Now, I'm using Chroma Rush. Chroma Rush, in my opinion, is one of the best auto rifles to date. In the 720 archetype, you have Reckless Oracle, you have Arctic Haze, both good, but Chroma Rush is just absolutely phenomenal. And the perk pool isn't bad at all. Now on this one, I have Tunnel Vision, Kill Clip, Extended Mag, and Corkscrew or Full Bore. Now, I can probably put a backup mag on this and have 70, but there'd be no point. It's a 720. I know I'm going to have ammo. I have 60 bullets. I'm purely using this for barrier shields and just that little extra bit of damage if I run out of GL or rocket launcher ammo. So with that being said, I wish I didn't have reload. I wish I didn't, but it's helping a bit. So with that, we move on to our Deafening Whisper grenade launcher. This is the bread and butter of this synergy. With this thing, since I get Warmind cells from Void splash damage, it's gonna spawn me a Warmind cell every 3 to 4 minor ads killed on average. Once I get those Warmind cells, that means I have a chance to either stun champions or just do damage to everyone in the vicinity of the Warmind cell. You know, it gives me that extra boost to damage and crowd control. This is the bread and butter. Kill Killing Wind Rampage, I could have probably gotten a better roll. I like the Velocity Masterwork, which is fine. I could have gone for a Blast Radius Masterwork, totally fine with it. This is the best one I could farm. You can still get this from the Wrathborn hunts, which is legacy content now from Season of the Hunt. This is the bread and butter. This is the coup de grace of this setup. Now, paired with that, I have He's in Vengeance, which is from the Vault of Blast raid. This roll isn't terrible. It's not terrible. Auto-loading Vorpal. I get that bonus damage to bosses and everything, and auto-loading, I don't have to worry about reloading sometimes. But see, with Breach and Clear reloads your stowed weapons. So I have Breach and Clear and I have auto-loading holster. So if one doesn't auto-load the other, auto-loading holster will. Black Powder, I could have gone for something different than Black Powder, but this is the best roll I've gotten on the Heathen as of the making of this video. And then I have a Blast Radius Masterwork that's not even fully leveled yet. Now, the way it would work is I'd pop my Deafening Whisper, which is a wave frame special grenade launcher. The Ultra or Major gets debuffed and I swap to Heathen Vengeance. Boom, pop them. Big damage, crazy damage. So you have the debuff from Breach and Clear, the rocket has Vorpal, and you could have boss spec or major spec on it, which gives a pretty good damage bonus to whoever you want it to, major or boss. That's just damage upon damage, and you're always having ammo. You're always having ammo. Going through all of this, as you can see on the surface level, I have Void, I have Solar, and I have Arc, so we're not lacking on any type of burn. And that also means somebody has more than one burn. You say, no worries, I have it. I have all three burns, Solar, Arc, and Void. So it covers all of your bases if it needs to. Everything is for rocket launcher and grenade launchers. Electric Ordinance. I say this is a pretty fun build, and it's pretty effective against Nightfall bosses, endgame bosses, stuff like that. I'd say if you don't have Anarchy or any powerful exotic that's quote-unquote meta, I'd say give this build a try. Now you can swap these around. You can say run Ignition Code and Arctic Haze. Ignition Code and Arctic Haze with Royal Entry. You can swap them around. You can mix and match different slots. Maybe have a GL Kinetic, maybe have a auto rifle secondary. This build will for sure get you going or tie you over, at least until you get that sweet Anarchy that you want or that Eyes of Tomorrow that you want. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope this video has been informative, and I appreciate you guys. I know it's a bit of a different video, but there are so many people who don't really take the time to look into their mods and really like understand the mods within Destiny, because there are so many mods that can help you mid-max your builds and your power as a Guardian. The main question is, why am I dying? Why am I always dying? And I hope this video helps you create that build to keep you from obviously dying. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, Guardians.